Alright guys, so on this LML, it's 13. Normally that number is straight up and the gauge is not accurate. So when it's straight up, typically your scanner will say it's 190, 195, something like that. On my truck, that number right there is probably going to be around 170, 175. And I'm leaning towards thermostats are stuck open or partially stuck open, and so that's what we're going to go to the store and get and do that, swap those out. All right, so we've been driving for a little bit now. We came to a parking lot, idled down a little bit for a few minutes, and it is still, our water temp is 164. No codes, so it's not cold enough to set a code, but that is almost a sure sign that we have a stuck open water pump. So we are going to go to the store and buy OEM ACE Delco thermostats and put them in. All right, so we went to Napa because apparently they carry Delco parts, which these happen to be GM genuine. But here are the two part numbers for the two thermostats, and let's take a look at what we're working with. Due to some changes under hood, this is actually going to be fairly quick, thanks to an LML having a factory front cooler radiator hose versus the older ones having the one that went around behind the pump, and you had to consider lifting the AC up and over. If you do that on this one, well, that's gonna make this very, very easy. I don't believe we'll actually need to do that though. The only real question is how you should drain your coolant. I have a feeling if I just pick it up, we're gonna spill a little bit. All right, so first up is those two bolts right there. We gotta get this as a test port. We can fold that out the way. After that, we will need to loosen one and the one right below it. And after that, we probably don't even need to undo that. But if your coolant's already drained fully, then you might as well just undo this and slide that off. It'll be a little bit easier. And these right here are 13s. Same with those. All right, once this is out the way and you've got that loosed, you don't need to take the oil fill cap all the way out. We can pop the return. This is the injector return, kind of where it goes from one side to both sides to the center point. And then this thing combines two lines into one and sends it back to the main return line to the tank. So we just need to pop this out. I might need two hands to do that. It's not clipped in or anything. It just rests in this little mounting clip. This is expensive though, if you break this. Pull this out, these two clips, just pry it up. And then I have an aftermarket coolant hose that routes from here, does a 90, and it goes back under the pipes. We're just going to slide this back up underneath over here somewhere. That way these two are out the way, and at that point we should be able to get access to the 4 bolts after that. The other 4 are wide open right now, so we're looking good. This one is just a bolt for this bracket right here, so that holds down. It doesn't have to come off. But let me go get some pliers, get this around, and I think I'm in business then. All right, so I was able to get it out. Required to, if the AC is on, it's required to take, disconnect that hose. So in hindsight, it probably is best to do this when you do a coolant flush. If I just tried it without doing it, and I probably lost a gallon of coolant, and now that's all down the front of my, you know, accessory area and stuff. So it's pretty messy. I tried to do it. The only reason I didn't drain it is because, one, there's no easy drain valve on an LML. It's kind of just a mess either way. But one's a little bit cleaner when you do it, you know, the right way under the radiator. But this way I figured I can just top off what came out, you know, a gallon or two, and go on back. Hopefully the water didn't go somewhere where it's not supposed to. Now, I will say, keep in mind, this coolant tube right here has the nipple that goes all the way up to here. I did have this clip pretty close to the bottom initially, and that was actually too close to the bolt head to actually get a socket on the bolt. So you have to raise it up till pretty much till the top of the nipple, and that gave me enough clearance. Once these two are unbolted and this hose out the way, then it was able to get maneuvered out. So honestly, to do it this way out the top, not a lot to disconnect. As you can see, I still have pretty much, I probably could start it right now and run. Don't have that much disconnected. I will have do have a giant coolant leak or coolant mess now down the front of my engine, especially because doing this on a slight hill, so everything's forward, so it all went forward. There shouldn't be any in the valley just due to gravity, but yeah, it'd be pretty wet if it went back that way. So we're gonna wipe this down best we can and get everything dry, and then clean this up with some brake clean best we can. Definitely all right here, this gunk, and then I guess a fair bit of oil coming off the belt and pulley from that leak down by the front main. Probably should get on that, another video here soon. But let me clean this up, and then we got these two ready to go back in. Not much to it. This would be very fast on an LML if coolant didn't go everywhere. This would be a very quick job. All right, we got it cleaned up best we could, and there they are. There they are sitting in place. The old ones were motor rad, so they were not Delcos, so hopefully these last a little bit longer. I cleaned up this piece with some brake clean, so it looks a little bit better than it did, and I still gotta scrub that. But otherwise, we're gonna end this video because reversal is put it back on, put the 4 bolts in, hook up this hose, and you know, move these back into position. Those bolts in the front, and then we're done. And top it off. Top it off, and that'll be the end for this. So pretty quick service right here. I will say this, if your truck's older, higher miles, you might as well remove the AC thing if you got time. I say that just because it's easier to clean in the surface area with more room to get stuff down there. We knocked it out without too much labor involved here.